The balls were actually on the brain.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy.
That's some fish shit right there.
That's some fish shit. Ladies and gentlemen.
That's some fish shit.
Japan, Tokyo, Japan, Tokyo, Japan, Tokyo, every ounce of it.
It's been a minute.
It's been a
minute. Let's just address what's going on here. We've taken a little break, not by choice, not by choice. Life has happened. Lots has happened.
Where are we? Who are you? What is this?
My name's Ben. I am a guy on a podcast called Almost Spicy.
Officially. This is our 5th episode, so we're officially a podcast.
It's in our contract
yeah.
to do 5.
Yeah, so this is also the last episode, and the first episode.
And the first episode. This is a beginning of something new.
Yeah, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, we got, so I invested some money and got some gear. And
yeah, that's it. No more questions.
No. Yeah. So yeah, a lot has happened. When was the last time we shot? I don't
even remember. But if you look at my notes for this episode, man, I got some old news, man. When I was getting ready for this episode 2 months ago. We were still talking about.
Was it really 2 months ago?
It must have been. Yeah, we're still talking about
it. So what? It's basically the end of September. We shot. Yeah, August?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my God, that's crazy.
Nancy Pelosi's Taiwan trip.
Yeah.
So that's to give you an idea where
that's
we were at.
Severely old news.
Yeah. Old and fake news.
And fake news.
My name is Francisco. Welcome back to the Almost Spicy podcast. And we're just jumping right into it, man.
Yeah, we're getting down into the nitty-gritty stuff as per usual. We're jumping right into the fire. We're getting a little spicy right off the bat.
Might get hot, but it's almost spicy, so we get close. We don't like to get too controversial.
We tease a little bit and then we pull out.
We talk religion, but we don't talk the specifics. Jesus Christ. What's the other one? Allah. Yeah. So we know we have a lot of Islamic viewers, and by one I mean like there's 2 of you out there. It's really crazy how deep they show you the demographics nowadays. It's like we can.
Oh, is that
all
legit?
30 of our viewers? Yeah, we know exactly who they are.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, man.
It's making me look at this right now.
No, bro. Pull up the front page of the news. You want me to get right into it?
Yeah, get right into it.
Absolutely. We're talking about, to start off, how children should be coding by age 3. That's kind of, that's a number I picked, but I thought that was reasonable. Age 3.
So it was that an article? Was somebody like saying that? Or
that was actually mine. That was a free write.
A free write.
I was thinking I would probably want my child to be doing coding.
Oh, for sure.
3. Just because
it's like any language. It's a language.
It's a language.
It's a language.
Yeah.
And it's now becoming a very, 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 very important language.
I just don't want my child to, go through all the distractions. Get right into coding, age 3. So that was my only story. No, we'll get to the alien stuff, man. And we're still rolling, right? Sorry, we're really nervous.
Yeah, it's our first time in a long time.
You sounded like I'm not going to say it. This is a family podcast.
Yeah, this is a family podcast.
You sounded like a virgin.
Yeah.
Woo! Touched for the very first time. These are new microphones, so they're actually getting
our perfect pitches.
Yeah, I just found out I have perfect pitch.
For real?
No, I didn't find out yet. But here's the story.
Yeah, hit me with it.
The scientists are saying that they can't find the bloodline, like the ancestors for octopi.
Yeah.
Octopus, octopi.
Yeah. Okay.
Squid, etc. So the theory is that an asteroid landed on Earth with some eggs on it that were octopus eggs, octopi, and then they, got into the ocean, and how evolution works, and so because they can't find the ancestors.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty interesting, and it made a lot of sense to me.
That's wild. I mean, yeah. Does it make sense? Of course. Like, how else? I mean, those things are fucking weird.
They're weird.
They're so weird.
We were just watching an Eric Andre compilation last night.
Yeah.
And have you seen the I Am the Octopus one? He's in an octopus costume,
Yeah.
and he's got like 8, little people, short people, as each tentacle. Like,
Really?
And they're all painted. Yeah, and they're like harmonizing with him. It's pretty fucking awesome, man.
I don't think I've seen that one.
I know that Eric Andre's in the NFTs, and a lot of you environmentalists were canceling, or there was that post like, sorry, Eric Andre is doing NFTs. Sorry, you had to find out it this way. It's like a tie-dye background and just text, like. But he's a goat.
He's a goat.
Eric Andre is a goat. Sure, he's problematic, maybe, but like.
I think like his fine line of being problematic is like, I mean, he's very socially aware of everything. Like,
Oh, I mean, it's a smart comedy, which
Yeah.
is my favorite kind.
yeah, well, because like he likes to poke the bear. Like,
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
he pushes like that boundary of being like absolutely,
Arrested.
yeah,
Or, like, stabbed.
Stabbed, yeah. I remember. I don't remember where I heard this, but like the budget for like the Eric Andre show, majority of it went to lawsuits and or
Like bail, right?
replacing the set.
Oh, the actual set.
The
yeah,
actual
yeah.
set.
No, I think he's like, yeah, we were just watching that compilation, and it was just like re-solidifying. Because, you forget
Yeah.
about some of these super impactful people. Like,
Well, and it's
the
funny.
goats.
Do you know why like it's only ever shot in New York?
Well, they did London,
They did do London,
but before that,
but
yeah.
majority.
It's, what is it?
It's because that's the only place you don't need to have you have to sign forms to
Consent
film
for,
to film on the
strangers.
street. Yeah,
God, man. No,
that crazy?
Yeah.
because LA you need like 6 to 7 different like
Jesus.
releases and
Yeah,
documents
yeah.
and stuff like that,
And in New York, you can just
and licenses.
put a fake police officer costume on and smash a car.
And smash a car, go through the glass.
Yeah. Well, like a lot of stuff. some of these-
Chinese delivery
Dude,
in a
no,
coffee
he's
shop.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
So, speaking of aliens, this is something that's a news story, and it's regarding the U.S. military. So, the National Intelligence Manager for Aviation, Office of the Director of National Intelligence, updated their website, and hopefully we can show this logo on the screen.
Oh yeah.
So it's a logo that was updated to include a UFO flying alongside our jets and planes and what have you. And it's just on here. The interesting part is it was only up for about 36 hours
Yeah.
before the spokesman for the military agency came out and said a wrong logo showing a wrong, incorrect design was uploaded.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? So I don't know, man. I'm getting big into this UFO stuff. Trying to prepare myself to just be okay with just like this kind of encounter, maybe this first contact that it's already happened, but like public disclosure. We're talking about public disclosure of extraterrestrial life.
Yeah.
So what do you think, man? What do you think about this logo? What do you think about...
I mean, it's just solidified. I mean, if the Pope says aliens are real,
The Pope said aliens are real, right?
yeah. Well, he's like I don't think he said like specifically, oh, they're real, but he was just like, we welcome them.
He said that?
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Yeah.
Let me pull it up.
And then Obama, on the late night shows, like, there's something out there. And
Yeah. What was this?
oh shit, my guy Joe. Hey. Oh shit, man. Yeah.
Do aliens exist? Pope Francis responds in a new interview.
As you can see, we're filming from the penthouse of the Four Seasons. And ever since Ben got a credit card, we've just been...
Dude,
the Four Seasons.
They should have never let me have a platinum Amex.
Yeah.
I'm balling out of control.
Dude, UFOs. Yeah, man. So let us know what you think about this whole alien disclosure.
Yeah. So this was
In the comments.
This was written May 19th, 2021, from America, the Jesuit Review. UFOs are
The
back.
what?
The Jesuit Review.
Jesuit?
Jesuit.
What does that mean?
It's like, how do I say it? I always suck at describing what Jesuit means, but let me look it
Okay.
up so I don't just botch it.
Is this a fake news website? On Facebook, I get a lot of.
It's
news.
it's a member of Society of Jesus, a Roman Catholic order of priests founded by blah 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 blah
Okay,
blah.
so this is a religious text.
It's
article.
it's a part of like Catholicism.
There's no paywall, which is what Jesus would have wanted.
Yeah, Jesus would have wanted that. But yeah, it literally said, like, the headline is UFOs are back in the news and the Catholics are ready to deal with the theological questions on alien life.
And this is where we touched that point that NASA, and this was maybe 6 months ago, they hired, I think it was 20 theologists to help explain aliens basically
Yeah.
to the public.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. When the logo, that logo is just surreal, you know. Like,
Oh, honestly.
but I'd like to hear what people out there think. And there's so many facets to this UFO thing. So we'll keep an ear out, eye out, everything. Too many theories, right? That they could exist on different dimensional planes, like.
It's dimensional planes.
I mean, it could be.
That's I mean, yes. But that's like, oh, fuck. That's like a whole different, like, thing you're talking about.
Right.
Because, like, as soon as you, like enter into that whole realm of, like,
Changing dimensions.
Like, you're talking about, like, that's the equivalent of somebody doing DMT and like, oh, I saw Jesus. Like, they entered, like, a different dimensional plane. But, like, I don't know if we'll particularly see that.
That's why you can't see it, though. If it was there in a different dimension, it would make sense why we can't just see it with the naked eye.
Yeah.
There's like so many colors that we can't see.
That's
all this
totally
kind
true.
of stuff, so.
Well, yeah, it's like, Fathom, can you think of a new color? No, you can't.
Or a new face.
Or a new face, yeah.
Yeah. Well, they say you can't. And
Yeah, I don't know.
I believe they.
You believe they?
Not always.
No, me neither.
So,
They sometimes lie to you.
They lie.
They lie.
They don't want to. What did DJ
don't-
Khaled say? God did. God.
I honestly, whatever DJ Khaled says, I don't trust.
Ever since I added him on Snapchat, he won't stop snapping me.
Ever since I bought his book,
He's a book?
he has a book.
What about his album cover? That was kind of unfortunate. People kept Photoshop because he had the one tear. And he's like looking up. It's like people would Photoshop this microphone into it. But the explicit, once again, we're not using any cuss words, including genitalia.
Yeah.
We're looking for sponsors.
we're looking to monetize.
Yeah. We'll loop around to the alien thing, man. What else do I have here?
Okay, this is
No,
funny
please.
though.
We're looking around already.
When asked if he would be willing to baptize an alien, Jesuit brother Guy, I can't. It's an Italian name. I'm not going to say
Brother
it.
Guy.
Only if she asked. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I like that. That would be weird. I don't think the alien would know what that is. Maybe. What a baptism is, more specifically.
Well, have you ever like looked into? There's fuck. What's it called? The Anunnaki.
Only slightly.
Cause like that shit.
That
You know
shit's
where
real?
because like like the
I
whole.
heard of it.
Yeah.
them.
Well, because that's like the idea of like aliens that were they're like considered gods. The gods that like
That's
came
right.
down and like all these different like religions and stuff like that sprawled because
Mm-hmm.
you look at these depictions of these people and they're they got big heads like aliens.
Big
and
heads and even kind of bird heads. There's a lot
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
on the pyramids and just
yeah, exactly.
pictographs, I think
Yeah.
they're called. I love this podcast because I get smarter as we go through it.
As we go through it,
I start
yeah.
to go into my brain and bring out a fact
Bring
and
out
get it
a-
half right. And it's like,
Yeah,
we
it's
work
like,
it through.
damn, we work it through.
Yeah, I don't do this much mental.
Mental gymnastics.
Yeah, when we're not filming and fuck it, man.
Fuck it.
Let's learn. This
But
is now.
yeah, this is
educational.
but the Anunnaki is just fucking crazy. Like that's like this whole fucking thing. Like
Look up the theory, man. You don't have to, but no, yeah. There's too much, man. The pyramids.
it's the Sumerians.
So that's another
Sumerians.
group. There's.
Which the Sumerians were like one of the most advanced civilizations of like all time.
That's what they say, right?
And they're single-handedly the reason we have like so many of the different like things that we use to this day, like the Gregorian calendar. like time, like fucking.
A lot of the mathematics were from different times too, like Greek mathematics as well, like.
Yeah.
But those Greek gods in themselves too, like.
Yeah.
You know, that's where a lot of that is based off of. Is that right? Giant,
to a degree,
kind
yeah.
of human
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah, I would say
And
so.
then there's the Nordics, of course, which is just like a white person. I think I went to school with 50 Nordics.
Which is just a white person.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, yeah, Nordic culture is like like, especially like the pagan gods are like
That too.
kind of fucking insane.
Yeah. Santa Claus?
Santa Claus,
Fuck yeah.
technically a
Technically.
pagan god, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if he was a god, but
Actually,
pagan.
no. There is. I'm almost positive.
Santa
that
Claus?
There is.
Oh yeah, the god.
There is a religion that like, not a religion around Santa Claus, but that like identifies like Santa Claus.
You
as,
mean a
like,
Stanford college course?
yeah,
They just
Exactly.
do those for anybody nowadays.
yeah. It's like Kanye West. Let's give him a degree.
Well, I mean that, but they're doing classes just
Yeah.
on like B.O.B.'s rap career. Like it's kind of insane. I think educational.
It's like
going
it's
down.
like oh yeah, I got a college credit for learning about B.O.B.
Yeah, or,
it's
I
like
mean, that was-
airplanes in the night sky, like
Well,
shooting stars.
he kind of got blackballed after he started talking about this
Well,
kind of like
yeah. Well,
industry
okay,
stuff too.
okay, but like,
Illuminati.
but
shit.
let's be real though. B.O.B. went off the deep end.
Okay,
like,
he said the Earth was flat.
he-
I mean, that's literally going off the deep end because if the Earth was flat, there would be a deep end. So it's like, what do you expect?
Yeah. No, he's literally like
we're gonna get taken off YouTube.
a non-canceled Alex Jones.
Damn.
Well, like,
He's on TikTok though. He's trying to grow. He's doing
Who-
raps.
who,
B.O.B.
B.O.B.?
He's
Oh,
doing raps about like, trying to expose like big secrets and shit.
I
don't know, man.
that's-
I just said
that's-
that name, but maybe it's for a reason.
That's not surprising though. Like,
It's kind of dope, but it's like it's kind of interesting how you can have a huge platform and then it can be completely taken away from you.
just get destroyed.
What about this? They're saying that celebrities are like reincarnated. Like there's a lot of like side by side photos of some celebrities and like
Yeah.
not ancient, but like old timing, like 1600s, 1700s, just people.
Yeah.
And they say that like if you have so much money like and knowledge, you can come back and live your life again, and you get better and better each time.
Yeah.
Just some of the side by sides. Maybe we'll pull some up if we finally do anything like that.
Yeah.
But there's one where it's like Jay-Z and like Jennifer Lawrence. I think that one might be Photoshop, but like Eddie Murphy, like just old portraits of these people.
Yeah.
Mark Zuckerberg. I don't know if you've seen that one. There's like
No,
an old
I don't think I have.
like jouster not a jouster, but like a prince or something.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. Going back to the alien thing, have you heard this? That the Israeli ex director of like their defense, fucking whatever.
Mossad?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, an ex director there. He said that Trump was about to disclose aliens, but the Galactic Federation asked him not to. That being like all the different extraterrestrial entities that speak with the U.S. government and to each other. I'm telling you on my Facebook, like half of the shit's fake, but it's like scientist confirms 4 alien species living among us and all this kind of shit. And then I click on it and like it's just a bunch of ads and like
Yeah, of
penises
course.
and shit. Like all the ads that like they get me with the clickbait so hard that and then they show me the ads that are the money makers, right? It's like,
Yeah.
are you underperforming? And it's just like some bestiality photo. It's like, bro, I just want to read
Jesus
this alien
Christ.
fucking.
I don't want to get bombed like this. I want to just read about. Wait.
Can't
okay.
read. We're all go. Welcome to the new Full Send podcast.
Full
all go. Yeah, we're Swagger Jack, and what about it?
Flying objects asked. The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish that they are here. Humanity is not ready yet, said Haim Ashed, former head of Israeli Defense Ministry to
Yes.
Space Dictatorate. This is on NBC News.
This is legit. I don't.
And this was it was posted on December 8th, 2020.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a few years old, my news, but it's accurate.
Yeah, it literally says right here, a former Israeli space security chief has sent eyebrows shooting heavenward by saying that Earthlings have been in contact with extraterrestrial. I can't even say the fuck. Extraterrestrials from a galactic federation. That was in quotation.
Galactic Federation,
That's
bro.
nuts.
Isn't that weird?
The unidentified flying objects have asked not to publish. Yeah,
That's so weird.
that's so crazy.
And then have you heard about this over Ukraine? So now we're shifting that, but they've narrowed it down to 2 different kinds of UFOs over Ukraine. There's so many because they're attracted to the war. They see the shit like missiles and shit, and they arrive to these areas. Allegedly, right? That's why Virginia Beach is a hotspot for UFOs because it's so close to some of these military bases, and Washington D.C. and the Pentagon and shit. But over Ukraine, it's astronomers that are like, whoa, we just identified 2 types of UFOs that we just can't stop seeing.
Damn, I didn't
They're
know
called
that.
phantoms
Yeah.
and another one.
Are we just an alien podcast now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
I
is
feel
what
that.
it's become.
Well, yeah, it's interesting because it's like this article continues saying a respected professor and retired general, this is the guy who already said this, said that aliens were equally curious about humanity and were seeking to understand the, quote, fabric of the universe.
That's intense, man. If you look at a galaxy, our galaxy, we're like on the edge of it. And so when you get more towards the middle of the galaxy, it becomes more concentrated. And I believe that's where you might have a lot more life, where it's more concentrated. It's fascinating, man.
Yeah, it says President Donald Trump was aware of extraterrestrials' existence and had been on the verge of revealing information, but was asked not to in order to prevent mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. And that's
Which,
the episode
honestly,
name.
fuck it.
Fuck
Go for it. We've gone through so much shit these past 2 years. What would that cause? Nothing.
Yeah, I think the
Nothing.
COVID was pretty mass hysteria vibes.
Already.
Yeah,
So
I
let's
don't know.
let's throw some fucking aliens in the mix for real this time. Like,
Have you seen that meme?
They teased
oh my God,
it.
we're almost up, and it's like 10 gray aliens like
Yeah.
backstage, like for like the season finale of
Mm-hmm.
humanity. Now this is the thing: are they dangerous? Are they going to attack? We're already
Oh.
attacking them.
We're
We are already shooting. The United States military has already shot at them.
yeah.
They can't hit them. Well, they
Really?
have hit them. They have recovered, shot down, and crashed ships. Have you heard of Area 51?
Yeah, of course. Who
And of
hasn't?
course, Elon said there's more than one area.
Well, yeah.
He said, and I never thought of that. There's Area 49, 50,
Yeah.
52,
Uh-huh.
and
Yep.
they're all
You don't know. You don't know where.
you don't know where or
Well,
what.
isn't that the crazy thing about like Area 51? Like, if you get like close to it,
You will get shot.
well, you could get shot. But you, as soon as you get just the slightest bit close, and you could be like coming because it's all in like this mountainous like whatever.
Yeah.
Suddenly, people just appear out of nowhere.
People?
Like people will escort you away from the place.
They're like, no, 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 no.
yeah,
Well,
exactly.
have you heard of the Men in Black?
Yeah.
Maybe
It's that level of shit though.
It's that vibe? Like, where'd you come from?
They show up in like literally blacked out Suburbans,
Jesus.
just like pop up
I didn't know
and
this.
like you've never seen clips like that?
No.
Oh,
But
see,
I just was invited to the Facebook event. Like everybody in Naruto run through the Area 51. They can't shoot all of us.
yeah, I remember that. No, me and my brother were like super into Ancient Aliens, like
Fuck yeah.
back in the day. Which is funny because like my brother owns the 8-disc Blu-ray set of Ancient Aliens.
That's fucking fire.
Yeah.
Shout out Mark.
Shout out Mark. And it's funny too because he was like, I finally have the complete collection, and then it turns out they made another season, and he was just like,
And he had
fuck.
the Blu-ray.
and he had the Blu-ray, he had the full like, and he's
box
like,
set.
he didn't. I don't know if he bought the other season or not.
Okay,
but
that's funny.
it's
I didn't
really
know.
funny.
Yeah, like if they made more or whatever.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a decent show. I haven't gotten super into that show, but like, there's so many rabbit holes, man.
Yeah,
I hope your laptop's not covering your pretty shirt too much, man.
I don't think it
doing
is. I mean, we'll give him a little show right here.
Oh my God.
Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for keeping up here with us. Let's see.
Yeah, what
You know,
do we-
I was thinking about Obama's summer playlist. Can we get into this? I know I pick on Obama a
Jesus
lot.
Christ! You know what was on his playlist? I actually
He's
didn't
got a
see.
summer playlist every year, and I thought this year's was pretty interesting. His summer playlist. So I'll just read a few. Weirdly enough, Chris Brown's featuring Young Thug, Go Crazy. Okay.
Controversial.
System of a Down, Tentative. I think it's about bombing countries. Sorry, that was just my bit. It was just going back to Obama being
Being a
war criminal.
A war criminal.
just like all of them, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Obama's presidency is like highlighted for having one of the most drone airstrikes.
Biden's on his way. I went to see Roger Waters. I don't know if I said this last podcast, but his shit was so fucking like radical. His
Really?
concert, Pink Floyd's Roger Waters.
Yeah.
For everyone at home, it was. People left. People walked away because he was like. Not okay. Maybe like 5% of the audience did walk out because it was this intense. Where they were showing the Julian Assange leaked tapes of the United
really?
States murdering civilians, like on
Seriously?
giant screens in a stadium. No one. I've never seen anybody do that kind of spread. And I think it's his last tour, so he's like, "Fuck it, I'm just going all out." But
Yeah.
like, he just started at Reagan and just, Bill Clinton like killed 300,000 in South America, like all the
Jesus
operations,
Christ.
all this shit, just calling everyone out. I thought it was one of the greatest shows I've ever seen, man.
Really?
Super radical, man.
Yeah, that's insane.
It was a little too radical when he pulled out like an AK-47 and started shooting at the audience, like, a prop gun, but it was
Yeah.
like, holy shit, like, just play the fucking,
Just
another brick in the wall.
Just play Dream or not Dream.
Time.
Time.
Well, he
breathe. That's what I meant.
breathe. Yeah, you gotta breathe, man.
Breathe in the air.
But see, he couldn't replace a lot of that David Gilmour stuff, and I'm a huge Pink Floyd fan, so.
Yeah.
But funny enough, he got a young-looking guy who looked like a young David Gilmour to be his
really?
guitarist. So
That's funny.
they've been taking shots at each other for a long time, but it was a crazy good show. I want to go to Europe and catch it in the springtime once again.
Ooh.
Because it was really that good, man. Yeah, that was my Obama thing.
Yeah, he's got a lot of songs on here.
Can we talk about Taylor Swift? See, this is how old this news is. Taylor Swift, but I'm glad we're bringing it back. Taylor Swift is number one for most private jet use in the world. Well, United States. So she's using more jet fuel than any of the Kardashian individuals.
Well, but I think her specific jet is owned by a corporation too. if I'm
Oh,
not
okay, that's what I heard. Yeah,
Yeah.
she lets friends fly it.
Yeah. So it's not like, I mean,
It's still a lot. This is my point though.
Yeah.
Like when they tell us to recycle and the paper straws and all this shit, but then
Yeah.
like Taylor Swift takes a joyride down the street,
Yeah.
from Calabasas to West Beverly Hills, and it's like, okay,
I don't think that's even possible.
you could have
on an
You could have
airplane.
taken an Uber,
Yeah.
Uber
everywhere.
Well, that's been the episode now.
Although, like realistically, I mean, yes, does more like gases be emitted by airplanes? 100%. Like, I think the root issue here is, why don't we have more like better public transit? And like,
But even if we had that,
and,
yeah,
but,
right.
but like in a place like LA or like California, like if you have a better public transit system that then takes off the whole need to have all those cars on the road, like then you would have like a lot of those celebrities able to drive, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
It's not, that's not an easy solution. But
Yeah,
like,
you're making excuses for billionaires.
I know. But I'm saying, like, just generally, it's like, why haven't we focused on trying to make more greener, like
Because
as a whole?
yeah.
Because like
Not just California.
not just California, but like, I mean, you look at like places like New York and where there's like such a like condensed population,
condensed.
but like they have so many rules about like what, like even like single-use plastics are not allowed there.
Okay.
So like you
Yeah.
can't have like plastic bags; they don't exist there.
Same in Mexico, they're banned.
Straws are all like composite of some sort.
Yeah.
It's like there's not a lot of certain types of plastics and
Yeah.
stuff like that to alleviate having
Well, it's disgusting because you would
Yeah.
see all the plastic bags in the street and whatnot.
yeah
But, yeah, what was I fucking gonna say? I forgot.
and the environment. Let's save the
environment. Oh, yes. Okay, so, like, if you go out, and this happened with COVID.
Yeah.
You go outside on a Monday morning at 9 in the morning, Sorry, are you texting?
No,
Fucking
I'm just double checking.
You go outside 9 in the morning, Monday morning, and you don't see any traffic, and you don't see anybody commuting to work. That's when we knew it was over or very weird, right?
Yeah.
So if you went out tomorrow and there was nobody driving their car to go to work,
Yeah.
then you'd know something was up, right?
Yeah,
So
for sure.
that's like people have to keep buying that fuel to keep going to work, to keep going to make money, to drive home, to eat, so that the trucks can bring the food
Yeah.
and burn more fuel.
Uh-huh.
So it's like if you didn't see those cars going, that's how you know it's a wrap. And
Yeah.
now this is welcome to the prep zone.
The prep
The biggest preppers on the internet. My name is Golf Click.
A what? A what?
Dude, I don't know, man. I got a lot. I got this one prepper on my For You page, and I'm just like, they're not
prepper?
crazy.
What are you talking about,
You know what a
prepper?
prepper is?
No.
You don't know what a prepper is?
No.
It's somebody who's prepping for doomsday.
Oh, okay, yeah, I know.
Prepper, doomer, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Okay. India, China, and Russia, and another 2 countries that aren't as big, joining forces. BRICS is the name. Digital currency is the game.
Holy shit! There's fireworks going off.
What a great distraction. I know you guys.
Sorry,
do.
you guys can't see this, but the twins are playing right over here.
We don't know if they won or lost, but
They probably most definitely lost.
well, I don't know. They always get the fireworks going. Here's one for you. Here's a sound bit. Cut everything out of this except for this, and just release this.
Yeah.
Bill Gates owns 1/400th of the United States land.
Oh shit! They actually won. Sorry. Continue.
Shout out the twins. What? Bill Gates owns 1/4000th of the United States land. What do you think? Was that too much? Too little? Would you be more concerned if it was 1/400th?
He just owns way too much.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how big the United States is compared to like Madagascar. I know some of the smaller islands.
United States is bigger than majority countries.
Can someone look that up?
Let's see. United States ranking in. I'm so awkward like typing like this.
Yeah,
United
your mic.
States.
You can push this. You can push the.
Well, yeah, but I just have to lean.
It's smooth. We got a smooth setup. As you can see, these mics aren't plugged into anything. This is not a real show. No, just kidding. This is a multi-million-dollar setup.
It is. I paid a lot of money for all this.
Wireless. So y'all better like this podcast if you're not completely asleep or clicked out yet. Can you look this story up for me? I got a big story right here. I got a big one.
You got a big one.
Holy shit. That's Australia?
Australia is that fucking big? Jesus Christ.
Australia's pretty big then. Damn. Okay, here we go. Ready? Look this one up, will you? 45 years in jail for tweeting. This is what one woman in a country on the other side of the world received as a sentence for her pro-feminism. Saudi Arabian woman receives 45 years in jail over tweets. What kind of tweets?
Wait. This is from the 30th of August.
Yeah.
Is that when that was from?
Yeah. It's the same story. It's the same 45-year sentence.
I just want to make sure.
It's a very specific sentence, so
Yeah.
I think are a lot of people getting 45-year sentences for tweeting? Let me know in the comments down below. This episode is brought to you by iPhone. Sorry.
I got the new iPhone
Boo.
today.
Oh, that brings me to Taiwan and semiconductors. Didn't we touch on that last time?
Yeah, I think we did.
I think we did. Psilocybin, TikTok ban. When is that coming, right?
Yeah, it keeps getting brought to the floor and just like not going anywhere.
And not happening?
Yeah.
Okay, so I know, yeah, it's kind of fucked up, right? Like, TikTok is owned by China,
Yep.
the CCP.
Yeah, the CCP in particular owns it.
What's the most? I think the most interesting thing to me is how it's like it's a new warfare. It's a new form of warfare. It's not about because we're so advanced, especially like the rivalry with China. It's not about bullets with them right now. It's more about like here's this app, and in your country it shows you, you know, this, that, and the other. Mm-hmm. And in our country it shows kids engineering, science, mathematics. Mm-hmm. But in your country it's showing you, you know, stupid shit.
Stupid shit, yeah.
I think that's very interesting.
It is very interesting because, like, what does that say about us, like, as a culture?
I don't. I mean, it's like, how free is it's a pretty free market, I guess.
I mean, granted, like we're a highly consumerism culture. Mm-hmm. So is China. China's arguably more consumerism than us. Yeah. I would say, just because like there's so many people, like the whole like landscape of how the social system is set up in regards to class and money, like, you know, people are like, they're just buying like literally there was a article that came out from basically shortly after like COVID started happening. I think it was like in the summer, if not the fall time. I think it was like the Chinese were doing revenge buying. It was deemed like revenge buying, and it's where they were like getting back at like the loss that COVID
that was
caused.
worldwide.
COVID, no, but this was like particular where they were literally like, they're like, we have to spend this money to get back at COVID.
Jesus. And then do they have like a crazy pride about it? Because they're very prideful, right?
Yeah.
That's how you sell nationalism.
They're extremely prideful.
It's like, we have to get back at it. A recent study did show that independent investigation that it's not out of the picture that COVID was actually developed in the United States.
Really?
Yeah. Weirdly enough.
I still think it's very interesting because that lab theory keeps like popping up.
It's just,
and, like,
yeah.
And I'll be honest, like, started COVID because there's one YouTube channel that I liked watching, China Uncensored.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Because he does a really good job kind of talking about all the different things that are like happening in China. And
is he still producing?
Yeah. He still makes content. I don't watch him like.
It was back then. It was crazy.
But
like,
back then it was like. He was like saying some shit that it was like, and then you would see it. It was like true, you know, like it would
That's
like.
what I like.
It happened like months and months later that like it was like
that's
actually
the crazy shit
coming to fruition.
Independent news outlets, and then later you see mainstream pick it up.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they have to, or they're told.
Yeah. Well,
to
and
do it.
so he was like pushing the whole theory of the whole like the lab.
Okay. Yeah.
Thing. And
people called him crazy and all that kind of stuff.
Well, he was getting suppressed by YouTube.
Literally.
Like YouTube wasn't like showcasing any of his videos. But like, I mean, the stuff, the like credit that he had was pretty credible for what he was saying.
He had sources, right?
Yeah. He had sources, and like, I mean, a lot of the people that he talks to are like firsthand people. Like, that's the great. No, I mean, some of the scientists that got like murdered, like disappeared, like all this kind of shit. Like they go onto like fucking what is it called, Weibo or whatever?
Yeah.
Or like or WeChat or stuff like that.
Something like that.
And they like look at all the like firsthand like shit that goes on. I mean, I remember like one thing in particular that I learned in that show was like how they like did the lockdowns in China and how they literally like soldered like or not soldered but welded like all the like doors, exits to like certain buildings if there was an outbreak, so nobody could get out.
Jesus fuck. No, it's crazy, nuts. Man. And those lockdowns continue right now in China.
They do.
Crazy. And
they do.
For me, I just like, I need to keep that stuff in front of me because I'm so easy to forget that kind of thing could actually happen anywhere.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like even here, like, you know.
Well, and that was like a big thing. I remember this like huge push for like, you know, people like a lot of like conservatives were like, you know, we don't want to become like Australia.
Yeah, like lockdown, owned by Rupert Murdoch.
Well, but I thought it was like kind of weird because they were just like, you know, Australians are losing their freedom, like blah 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 blah.
But they also had like.
100 deaths
or 1,000 deaths.
Yeah, they
and we hit 1 million.
they didn't nearly have as many. I would argue that like New Zealand probably had the best containment of COVID.
They were crazy good.
They were because they like not only did they lock down like immediately,
Yeah.
but they like they took it very seriously for how it happened, and they literally just I think it was like a week, maybe 2 weeks ago. Excuse me, they just took off the whole mask policy,
Really.
which is
They're probably
like
the
crazy.
last ones,
They
yeah.
were the last ones.
And the difference between somewhere like that and here, other than scale, sizing scale, is, of course, they were paid to stay home, you know. We kind of, right? But, like, they couldn't do it forever, and they were just like, fuck it, it's, you know,
Oh, they
go out there and shit.
They could totally do it. They don't want.
Well, they could do it forever.
They don't want to do it because
No, man.
I mean, yeah, it gets into that whole thing where, yeah, I mean, Americans are, unironically, Americans are pretty lazy when it comes to a lot of things. Like,
Oh,
like
yeah.
so, like, I get why they were like, oh, we're not going to pay people more. Like,
What?
well, like, essentially, like, the whole, like, theory and an idea why they didn't continue to pay. It was like,
Yeah, yeah.
people will start to get reliant on this.
Too,
and then
yeah,
they
yeah.
get too
Yeah, if that's going to
comfortable.
happen anywhere, it's going to be here.
Yeah. Oh, totally. It totally would.
Yeah.
But like they're like, oh, we don't want it to be where people are like, oh, we don't want to go back to work.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Well,
They
but
have
it did
to-
happen that way anyway.
Well, and there was the Great Resignation.
The Great
and stuff-
Resignation.
and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
which, like, truthfully, no, that was highly beneficial that happened because like it still hasn't put in perspective, like, for employers, like what having a life is
Yeah.
in the United States. Because I remember seeing this one TikTok that I thought it was hilarious. It was like my work day in Spain.
Oh, I saw that.
And dude was just like, it's like I start off my day going to get a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And then middle of the day, I go for a stroll. Who the fuck goes for a fucking stroll? I was like,
He does
so
like
true.
30 minutes of work at some point.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah. It was literally just like I go to work.
And he checks in.
I
and then
I check out.
Then
I,
siesta.
I go have lunch.
And he doesn't come back.
Yeah, he's like, I go to lunch, I have a little drink with my lunch.
Yeah.
And then he's like, I then go back and work for another 30 minutes. And then I go have another meal with another drink. And then I go for a while. You know,
Yeah, yeah. It's amazing. It sounds
amazing.
great.
It sounds incredible.
It's yeah, man, a lot of things here. I mean, this country, like, you know, first of all, the power, you know, if you give agencies power, they're not going to release that power. So
Yeah.
that's kind of what happened with the COVID. And just the Fed printing money, like, and putting it in different places and shit like that. Like,
Yeah.
right now what they're trying to do is lower wages. It's crazy. The Federal Reserve, which is this monster. I'm sure you're all familiar with the Federal Reserve.
yeah, the Federal Reserve is just insane.
Just the fact that it's like basically an independent operation, and it's like, you know, it has oversight and whatnot, but it like does what it wants, and then everybody else just reacts. And the way it's crazy, you know, what day is it? We're September 27th. The way that the world economies have been mimicking and that's how it's always been, what the United States does. And it still kind of shows the clout and the pull that the United States has.
Well, you look at Latin America.
Yeah.
A lot of those countries use the U.S. dollar. to
That's
back
crazy.
Their fucking dollar.
Yes.
Which is
Yeah.
nuts. That should not be the case.
But
Literally
and
shouldn't,
this is
but
because
it is.
of military coups and
Well, military coups and just the fact that the U.S. dollar is like the next to the euro, the only standard currency that can be used anywhere in the world.
yeah, the value of the dollar is going up. I read something that's not necessarily a good thing. Interesting how the euro. I think we talked about it last time, but just how it's
the euro
like
went. It's
getting
not.
yeah, man. But we
Yeah.
could make money off that.
Yeah.
You can buy a euro at 98 cents on the dollar, and then when it shoots back up to $1.10, you can collect. But instead, you bought these wireless fucking microphones. No, man.
Don't tease me like that.
Yeah, man. The economy's crazy, and
Yeah.
it hurts my head to talk about it much more. So, what's on your mind, man?
What's on my mind? Oh man, too much.
Too much stuff, man. Yeah, we're trying to. We got this nice setup. We're gonna hopefully have a guest for next episode. I wanted
Yeah,
to bring
I
that
hope
up
so.
to you.
I hope so.
Hopefully, finally, Lucius will come on, be our first guest.
For once.
Yeah, I know he's working hard on his record and
music, yeah.
I want to drop this techno song. I want to drop this little rock song, and work with you on some music, and hopefully, get some more fire headlines, man. Before we call anything, like, you got any good headlines?
Good headlines.
Anything if you just Google.
Yeah, I'm looking at the
News.
New York Times right now. I like to,
Oh yeah, take your
browse.
time. I'll do one before while you're browsing.
Absolutely.
As we come up on the 50-minute mark. That's a guess. Chick-fil-A. I don't know where this was. I got to look at the screenshot. I want to say Mississippi, but they offered, instead of payment, you could work at Chick-fil-A and get 5 meals.
Yeah, for the volunteer.
Voluntary work at the Chick-fil-A.
And they got so much like flack for that.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, and there was this meme. It's like, you don't go to Chick-fil-A because, they don't like gay people, but you literally drove, your gasoline car, and where that gasoline came from, women, like, well, you see what's happening in Iran. Can you pull up the woman's name? I forgot her name.
Oh, yeah.
That was murdered. And these protests are going fucking crazy over there. And I like this shit, man. You seen the women in Iran burn their hijabs in the name of solidarity and equal rights, and I think that's a really beautiful thing. But it's like unfortunate how many people had to die for human rights, man. It's a different world. Going back to what we were talking about,
it's
bro.
a completely different world. We live
man.
in such a fucking cushion,
Extremely
bubbled,
sheltered, man. Look at
bubbled,
this shit.
like,
Look at this
especially like Minneapolis. Like, granted, Minneapolis has a significantly high crime rate comparatively to a lot of other cities.
I don't know if we're even top 10, but top 20, yes.
We're up there.
Yeah,
well,
yeah.
in terms of like gun violence, like we are
great.
we are pretty high.
It's not great.
That being said, we still do not experience next to nearly half the shit that like places like Iran and a lot of the Middle East, a lot of Russia, Eastern Europe.
God, yeah.
You name it, fucking China, India, like those.
India, yeah, man.
Like,
and these are places with billion people. If you're talking in India or China, Speaking of Russia, Edward Snowden. Let me do this for the bit. Breaking news: Edward Snowden granted citizenship in Russia. Is this a political stunt, or is justice being served for Edward Snowden? I want to redo that. No, we'll run with it.
We'll run with it.
Edward Snowden, citizen of Russia.
Yeah.
What do you think?
What do I think?
You think that's like Russia being like, oh, look at us. Like, this is one of your heroes. Like, he's ours now. But that's the funny thing. He's a hero to you and me, but to the United States government, he's public enemy number 1,000.
Yeah, he's completely... Well, he's the only person that would probably be sentenced to death. Because treason. Treason is the only thing...
Were they trying to get him on treason?
Yeah, of course.
We're talking about the NSA.
Yeah.
National Security Agency.
Yeah. Because treason's the only thing that, by the federal government standpoint, you'd be sentenced to death.
To death, yeah. On that note, they should get the Donald. But this is what I'm hearing.
That's the thing. There's no like evidence of actual treason though.
Not yet.
Not yet.
You seen this phone call that went out the White House to a rioter? It's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I think it's going to be very interesting to see how some of these lawsuits go.
He's got like I think what's the number? He's actively in like 400 lawsuits right now.
Oh,
it's
easily.
like 400.
Easily.
He's got a rape lawsuit.
He's got a rape lawsuit.
That he might be protected for, by the way. Like, they might not let it happen because he was the president, which is kind of ridiculous. But he's got the New York Attorney General's office for Trump Organization, $250 million lawsuit. January 6th, removing documents from Washington, D.C., top secret document, probably an alien document in the fucking top secret ones.
And what is he doing? He's out here playing golf.
I mean, shit, man. This is what some commentators are saying is likely. First of all, if he is, convicted, prosecuted, etc., probably no jail time behind any real cold steel. He's going to do a term of jail time from a golf resort that he owns because of the Secret Service.
Yeah.
You can't have Secret Service in the jail.
No.
It's too complicated. He's going to do house arrest, for what, a year maybe? And, who knows, man?
Who
but
knows?
the biggest thing is as long as he's not able to run again, Like, I don't
Oh,
think he's
yeah.
going to be able to run for office again.
And that's why we're seeing the rise of fucking DeSantis, which
God damn it. We're not talking about DeSantis on this podcast. No, the right, because he's like,
I'm not gonna say what I really want to say, but
okay. Why? Just because he's like, to the conservative side, he's like a straight shooter kind of thing.
yeah, 100%.
And then the human trafficking thing, was that him?
Yeah,
That was him. Yeah.
That was him. And
I
then
don't know, man. Yeah, I think if anything, Trump is a huge distraction, to any other player who could be on a similar wavelength.
100%. I mean, who are the Dems gonna fucking have? It's not Biden.
Wait.
It's not Biden. I can tell you that.
Pull up the video. Biden. Well, he's got. Thanks for reminding me of all the good Biden stuff that's happened in the last 2 months. He's a slow kind of turtle, but you get 2 good headlines. First of all, what he said to Elton John, and was this fake news? Because this was just like in bad taste to me. He's like, I think it was 8 p.m., so he was probably really delusional. But Biden goes like,
It was past his bedtime.
it's thanks to this guy that we're spending $6 billion on AIDS this month, and like you can just see Elton John's mouth drop. Like,
Yeah.
But it's like, okay, like it's not the worst thing. Like, yeah, it's a good thing that we're doing that. But it's also like, God, thanks for this guy that he's gay and AIDS and $6 billion.
All right, it's just
the tone. I don't know.
He's not a good representative of the United States. Like,
Yeah. And the other one was, America can be defined in one word. He just couldn't do the word.
Yeah.
And we don't like to make fun of the geriatric on here, but shit, with that salary, $400,000, my guy, come on. You're getting roasted. You're sleeping in silk pajamas. He's not like the king, though. Okay, so I was like karaoke, and I was just like, ladies and gentlemen, it is my horrible dishonor to announce that Her Majesty Elizabeth has passed. And then this dude was like, oh, so you can just say anything up there? And just came up and started singing Panic at the Disco. I shine in with haven't you people ever heard of? Calling the goddamn. There was no backing track. He was just singing it. I think they were just in town like that day.
Fucking intoxicated as shit.
Yeah.
That's actually really funny that you went up there and you did that.
I was trying to do it at my concert the other day,
Did
but I
you
forgot.
did you see like in fucking all the like Ireland memes
No,
with,
I
like,
didn't have
with
enough
the Queen?
Ireland memes on my
with
my
the
page.
Queen? Oh, that's a fucking shame. They're so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Because one of my favorites was somebody changed their like name to like Ireland, North Ireland Dominoes, and responded to a UK Dominoes tweet where it was just like, we are so disheartened by the Queen's passing, and then they responded, we're not. I was just
Which Domino's the?
the Northern Ireland.
Oh,
one.
okay.
Yeah, I
it was
thought-
like a fake thing, but that's funny.
I thought it was.
Yeah, no, there's a lot, man. But
Or
you
like,
know,
well, did you see like in Ireland, like at a football game, they were like all chanting like "Lizzie's in a box."
no,
Lizzie's in a yeah, dude.
Y'all, who's more drunk, Ireland or Wisconsin? It's got to be similar. Right?
That's tough.
It's got to be like pretty close.
That's pretty close.
Because I know Wisconsin, and we get a little bit of that drip of that alcohol over here, but I know they're the drunkest. Like,
yeah, well,
county by county.
When you think like literally Milwaukee has like more bars per capita than, yeah, they literally have more bars per capita.
What, period?
Period.
What? Someone fact check this fucking guy, man. He's getting delusional.
I'm here.
Milwaukee more bars per capita than people. Fuck nukes. Fuck nukes. I'll say it again. Fuck nukes. Bro.
Most bars per capita.
Really?
Yeah.
Psilocybin already said that, man. That's crazy. Yeah. So the Queen and what else, man? What else are we missing before we wrap? on this tremendous episode.
Milwaukee just missed the top of spot for bars with 8.5 bars per 10,000 people. Or 10,000 households, I should say.
That doesn't sound like that much.
New Orleans is the top with 8.6.
Fuck yeah.
That's insane. That is way too many bars.
Jesus Christ. Let me look at my screenshots. Do we have anything good? We talked to aliens. Mouth breathers. Stop breathing through your mouth. Breathe through your nose.
This is true.
Otherwise, your face is going to get all fucked up.
You tell them.
American. Yeah, man. Alaskans. Oh, this is one.
Alaskans.
I need you to hear me for the climate change. Greta Thunberg. No, but they say that in 27 years, many of us are going to have to relocate to Alaska because of climate change. They say Alaska is going to be the same temperature as Florida. Of course, Florida at this point could be underwater. This is the BBC News.
This is the BBC News.
Her Majesty.
News channel reporting straight from
Buckingham.
Straight from Buckingham.
Here we go. WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange awarded the keys to Mexico City. Fuck yeah.
Damn.
By the mayor. Fuck yeah. I was born in Mexico City, and I'm proud of this.
I was born. Right on.
Here we go. Can you get this on the big screen? Images of U.S. soldiers confiscating Iraqi weapons of mass destruction. As you can see, he's just holding a brick of gold.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so there's some good stuff here. That's about a lot that I have. What else do we have, my guy?
I don't know. I thought it would be fun
Benjamin.
for shits and giggles to go through the onion.
Oh, fuck.
See what
No, this is very serious. We've never done that.
see what goods on there.
I got one more if you're going to clip any of this. Starbucks executive on China. The company will open one new store every 9 hours for the next 3 years. Are you going to be drinking Starbucks if you're in China? I'm copying this guy's format who kind of talks like that. He's pretty good. Oh yeah, if you're a man trying to escape Russia right now, good luck. People are paying upwards of $25,000 for private jets just to leave. Men are getting stopped at the airport and not being allowed to
Wait, where
get
is
on
this?
airplanes in Russia. Did I say
Russia?
China?
Yeah. No, I saw this.
Yeah. 27 grand is the average private jet out of Russia to avoid being enlisted in mandatory military service, where you will be put on the front lines by the dictator Vladimir Putin to be shredded by some 18-year-old with a Camaro.
Literally.
Men are shooting their legs off. Like the most searched thing on Google in Russia is how to break your own arm.
Really? Yeah. That's ridiculous.
It's getting brutal out there, man. I want everyone out there to stay safe. Fuck the war. Hopefully we're here to do another episode, man.
Yeah, we've been gone for too long. We needed to.
It's good to be back, man. I feel good with this setup, man.
Yeah,
Look at
it's
this
a good
thing.
setup.
Look at this thing.
Yeah, we can
this
go.
thing. We're changing everything.
Hold up. Well, let's go completely.
Let's go to the street. Come on. Let's go right now.
Let's go right now. We're on the streets of Minneapolis doing some real shit.
Yes, I'm here with the anti-abortion leader, Julian Assange.
Yes.
Yes. No. Maybe. I don't know. Can you repeat the question? You're not the boss of me now.
I just want to state, I've been watching this for like the past, like out of the corner of my eye. There's been this cop that's been patrolling that top,
I see that.
and he's just been parked there for like forever.
He's smoking a joint.
Yeah, he's literally hotboxing the car right now.
Yeah, he's too high and he
too
can't
high.
find the keys.
Yeah.
But they're in the ignition.
Like the push to start.
Yeah. God damn it.
God damn it.
God damn it.
This is what we spend
This
our
feels so
tax
nice.
money on, right?
This is,
So-
they're so light.
So are you turned on to the idea of going handheld
Yes, I
now?
am turned on. Oh. Yeah, the idea to go handheld, yeah.
Yeah. The hand.
Well,
to be,
no,
to be, to
I
be,
kinda like-
to be handheld while being turned on.
I like my mic stand, but this is nice too. This is not a bad look for like.
Okay, so like, if you've not watched a single episode of ours,
if you're not one of the 30 people,
if you're not one of the 30 people, we have gone back and forth about the whole fucking mic stand situation because literally this fucking thing doesn't stay up.
I got it
and
used.
he literally like I have one where I literally mock him because he's like pushing it up, pushing it down, pushing
This
it up.
guy's very mean.
I'm the worst, but no,
he was being playful.
I was being playful.
Yeah, no, but now that we
Just
have
a
this
little.
setup, man, this is amazing, man. Thanks for watching. I think we ran through a lot of news.
I think we did. I feel like we should do a few more like bits though.
What do you have? I'm out of shit.
You're out of shit.
Well, what are we? We're almost at the hour. Prison system is keeping Arizona afloat. Forced labor in Arizona is keeping the economy afloat.
Really? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, man. I mean, my only bit, if we're gonna get metaphysical with it, would be the simulation theory. If you want to get into that.
Yeah, no, I think we should have like a few final bits, just handheld.
Well, since we're reaching the end, yeah, handheld.
Yeah.
I was gonna hit this vape, but we're still family friendly.
Ah, yeah, dude.
I'll do it off camera. I'll like look over there, but no, okay. My cousin,
Elon Musk.
maybe I do need to hit this nicotine. Vape. Oh yes,
Oh
nicotine.
no. I guarantee you're still on camera.
That's nicotine.
Is that a stizzy?
Yes.
I actually just got one.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Did you bring it?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
It was a disposable one. I got 2 disposables.
Oh, a Lil. I
Yeah.
think they're called Lils.
Yeah.
They're good.
When I was in
What flavors?
California. I don't remember. It was like strawberry some shit and
Strawana?
nah.
Is it okay? We'll talk about it.
I don't know what the fuck it was.
Yeah. You should have brought it.
It was okay. Here's actually it was super crazy. So when I was in California, I love going to MedMen. MedMen is like my shit. That's my favorite dispensary because
Okay.
it's
You
like an
love it.
Apple store. You know, you go in there and it's just
It's a little overpriced, but you love it. Yeah.
not
that bad?
No.
Compared to everything else. it's
Compared
not
to
that
a
bad.
lot of other stuff, it's not that bad.
And they've been
'Cause-
around, so they're able to probably stay competitive.
Yeah.
and They know the market.
When I was in Chicago, that's
Yeah.
a different story because the tax there is taxing. The tax was $26.
Just the tax
On just the
on
tax.
two
on two things.
on two vapes.
No, not on vapes.
two
it was
items.
edibles.
Okay.
but it was just 2 things. $26.
Jesus.
Is that fucking crazy?
That shit pisses me off, man.
Yeah.
That's why it's dope. Those legacy places like a Denver, California.
But like at California, so comparatively, I got like 4 things. So I spent $90 total in Chicago. Comparatively, I spent $90 and got like 4 or 5 things. Wow. And that's with tax and everything else.
Jesus.
But when I was in California, I was looking for this like one specific like thing.
You like the mints.
tea.
Okay,
no, the
teas.
tea.
Yeah.
And they didn't have it at MedMen.
Okay. Surprising.
And so the one that we went to first, and so like we went out and was gonna go to Venice Beach. So Ubered to, because they supposedly closed at 10 o'clock, and we went out at 9, and we went to one of the Venice Beach ones, and it was closed. But down the street there was one that was open. And so go in, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of interesting." Like, so I forget what it was called, but they had a deal. If you were if you're a first-time customer, it's buy one get one on anything.
Jeez. Wow.
It's a steal.
Yeah.
And they happen to have the tea, which is like
Ooh,
it was like
shit, yeah.
$55
For 10
for
packs?
10 things.
But they're like 10 milligrams.
yeah,
Okay.
but I got 2.
2 pack. You got one, buy one, get one.
Yeah,
That's
buy one,
awesome,
get one.
man. I just with like the dispensaries, just like when they take your idea and like I just remember when first going to one, it's like they definitely have you on a list. After.
Oh yeah, no, because like they put you in a system.
Yeah, and then
And
check your whole shit. Right?
Funny enough, like when I was in Chicago, like I think it's a different system because Chicago has a whole different like
Interesting.
thing because
I would think so, I guess.
when I went to one in Arizona, I was in the system there. But
Really?
I wasn't in the one in Chicago.
That makes sense. That's kind of dope.
It's kind of weird.
Hey, for this simulation, did you want a hit of this?
No.
For this, my cousin.
Oh, actually, you
Yeah.
know what I found out?
What?
Did you know they make DMT vapes?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm not even kidding.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, dead ass. Do you want to know how I found out?
How?
One of my coworkers.
DMT vapes?
DMT vapes. He got a stack of DMT vapes. I was shook.
Is this how is this legit and not like the Mario Karts from 5 years back
I have no clue.
that everybody was using and getting chest pain from?
Yeah.
Leave a comment if you ever
if
used
you
a
got-
Mario Kart.
If you got what is it, vitamin C acetate or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
leave a comment if you have popcorn lung.
you have popcorn
no,
lung.
it's it was vitamin E that people were smoking. What?
Yeah,
DMT?
that's what it
So
was.
we're dark web or what?
I have no fucking clue. I didn't ask that much.
Were you scared to ask more?
No,
Like,
no. He was like talking about it. It's like, anybody want to take a hit of my DMT vape? I'm
The
like,
fuck?
bro, it's like 8 o'clock. I'm good.
In the morning?
No, at night.
Okay.
I'm like, what the
But he's
fuck?
a chef, so he's like,
This wasn't a chef. This was a bartender.
oh my god,
Yeah.
man! Can you imagine your bartenders on DMT?
Yeah,
Just makes you the wrong drink.
that's fucking nuts.
I'd be infuriated.
I was shook, but yeah, apparently like everybody was like, oh yeah, we know about that.
Oh, the
I was like,
DMT cards.
The DMT vapes. I was like, what?
The ones with the little turtles on them.
What? Well, yeah, the one with sparkles that when
Yeah.
you hit it, you start.
I got
seeing
mine
them.
on Amazon. Dude, what the fuck? That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I did not know.
Here's one for you. Did you know that your eyeballs are part of your central nervous system and part of your brain, actually? The eyeballs used to be connected to the brain. They are connected to the brain.
Yeah, of
but
course.
they used to be attached, and through evolution, they were pushed out through these sockets.
Oh, you mean they were literally
The balls were actually
with
on the brain.
Yeah,
That's pretty crazy.
that's some fish shit right there.
That's some fish shit. Ladies and gentlemen,
Ladies and gentlemen, that was
that's some fish shit.
We started as what is it? What is it called?
That's some fish shit.
Primordial soup,
Yeah.
and then we became fish. And then
Slowly,
I don't know.
They say. Not
They say.
yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, I didn't think about that aspect though. That's some fish shit. Like,
You said fish shit in Siri.
yeah,
activated.
Siri's new name is fish shit.
Yeah, that's nuts.
No, but that's crazy. That makes sense. The fish have the eyes right there. It's probably super close to the brain.
Yeah.
We evolved, and then you got the strings. Like you've seen what a central nervous system looks
Oh,
like.
yeah,
right?
of
It's
course.
so like, I just saw it today. That photo.
I've had my eyes checked out.
yeah, you've seen all that.
I've seen all that shit.
But that shit's, I love that. That shit, no, it gives me like the, but it's so
Yeah.
like, when you put it puts stuff into perspective, it's just like, the meme, like, you know, why are you feeling this way if this is all you are, is just
Yeah.
flesh and this. But that goes back to my cousin's theory, if I could tell it to you before we wrap up. The theory
Yeah,
of
tell me the
scientific simulation. Are we still rolling? What a wonderful technology.
theory. Yeah, let's just start off by saying, in the past,
Yeah,
we've
let's
had
start
to
the podcast
stop.
now.
We've had to stop midway through because
Yeah.
there's a stupid record limit.
Everybody knows about the record limit on DSLR cameras.
cameras.
In order to sell more video cameras. He's falling
Video
asleep.
cameras. I'm like, oh, fuck me, fuck me.
do this podcast.
do this podcast. I hate myself. Everything sucks.
This isn't therapy, buddy. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
I
not
love
there.
you, bro.
It's not Thursday yet.
Give him a
Actually,
look, man.
actually, I'm
You have therapy tomorrow? I do.
No, I don't. I'm reducing my therapy.
You're reducing your therapy?
Yeah,
Good
I'm only,
for you.
I'm only doing it like 2 times.
Welcome to the
a month.
Patreon. 2 times a month. That's
yeah.
nice. I'm like,
Yeah, because it's like I don't really need it as much now. Like I was
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
a sad boy, but now I'm on Lexapro, so it's just like
it's like,
I'm existing.
now you just smoke pot. Just kidding. Now you're, yeah.
No, I don't.
Lexapro. Sponsored by Almost Spicy. We should sponsor pharmaceuticals.
Honestly, that'd be the biggest move. Like
Just like, hey,
it's like, hey, big pharma.
I know
like,
you guys normally call the doctor's
I-
office. but-
I know you guys usually like destroy people's lives,
And
but how about
sponsor, yeah.
how about you use some of that money to sponsor a podcast?
No, we should sponsor them. We should give them everything we have. Like, I got $10 for you, Big Pharma.
I've got $10 to put our names on every bottle.
Oh my
pill
god!
Bottle.
What if they're like, "Fuck yeah, this bottom line is about to get fat."
This
baby."
bottom line's yeah. Literally, It's like a Supreme drop. It's like people rushing to get like all these drugs
To get their refills,
to get
like-
their refills because they got like our logo like somehow on the
They're
fucking.
like, fuck, they just refilled my old container. I wanted a new container.
fuck.
I shouldn't have flushed those pills. Yo.
Can you imagine like our logo also on the pills too?
We don't
Like
have a
the
logo. I
press-
guess we
the
do
press.
have.
No, we do have a logo.
Okay, this. I want to redesign. I want to go.
It's so basic.
Chic.
Easy. You want to go chic?
I want to. You know how they yassified or like de-original, like everything became a flat 12-point Helvetica
Yeah,
font.
yeah.
Like every fashion brand.
Yeah, of course.
Versace, Balenciaga, everything. That's what I want. I just want.
Damn.
No, I don't know if that's what I want. I sound very, like, in line.
Unsure of what you want.
That's very true. If there's one thing about me is I'm unsure of what I want.
You're unsure of what you want.
That's why it's called the almost spicy. We didn't know if
Tell
it
me what
was-
you want, what you really, really want. Oh, tell me what you want.
Simulation theory, man. If anybody's still watching, here's the biggest bombshell of the night.
Oh God. The biggest. What could
Now,
be
my
bigger?
cousin, he's a scientist in school.
Okay.
But he basically breaks it down to you are made up out of 4 elements and like other protons and electrons and all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
for sure. Word.
And those 4 elements are carbon,
Yeah.
nitrogen,
Uh-huh.
hydrogen,
Yeah.
and oxygen.
Oxygen. Yeah.
And not only are you
But
made
everything.
up of
else.
everything, this chair, everything, this microphone, just those 4 things.
Yeah.
It either has or doesn't have 1 or 2 or 3 or any of the combinations possible,
Interesting.
So it's 1 and 0, on, off, has or doesn't have, 1s and 0s. It's, if you could create a computer out of 1s and 0s so complicated that it would project a reality in front of your face
Yeah.
where you couldn't tell the difference between that reality and this reality, then you could prove that a simulation is possible.
I see.
Did that make any sense?
Yeah. No, I don't. I literally just said yeah. I see. Well, I literally.
You gotta hit this pen, man.
Yeah. My brain's like shutting off
Listen,
right now.
you know how coding works?
Yeah. Of course.
1s and 0s. It's just 1s and 0s.
Oh, you're talking about like the
Binary.
but like the like DNA compound, blah blah blah.
On a
talking
computer,
on my
even
ass.
1s and 0s. Hey.
I'm talking on my ass. Oh, there's somebody right there.
Listen, this is the thing with the 1s and 0s.
Oh, people are watching. They're
I know.
just like, oh shit,
Dude.
what are they doing? Are they doing a podcast? What are they
Yes,
doing?
we are.
It's like, yes, I'm fucking doing a podcast.
Has or doesn't have hydrogen or no hydrogen, this kind of thing, 1s and 0s. Computer, you make it so complex out of 1s and 0s. Apple made the lithium. They brought the lithium from the third world country,
Yeah.
slave labor, all this kind of
Africa.
shit.
Yeah.
You get the laptop. You coded something so perfect
Yeah.
that you can't tell the difference between this, VR or whatever, that program that had to be programmed, and then this reality, right?
Yeah.
That's just so many 1s and 0s that it became a simulation. So it's like, what if we're already in that? That's the whole thing. I don't want to go too much. You know what I mean?
Okay. It's checking
Yeah,
out
yeah,
now.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
processing. It's like
Exactly, 1s and 0s. And he's a scientist, and he came at it from that angle of science. So, but Maki will say that it's God to an extent. I don't want to speak for her, but
I'm looking off camera.
Yeah. This is the
She
thing.
Gave like a little side eye.
All I'm
She's like she gave like a little side eye there,
Yeah,
so I was
yeah.
just like, oh damn, it's
All I'm
about to get heated.
All I'm saying is we tried to explain it the way that we could explain it in English, right? That's what they could break it down to. 4 elements.
Was that English? I don't even know.
Carbon, nitrogen, oxygen,
Yeah.
hydrogen.
Yeah, sounds like STEM talk.
Whatever that is, whether it's real or not, it doesn't matter because this has been the Almost Spicy Podcast. My name is Francisco.
I'm Ben,
Thanks for watching.
and we're done.
Have a great night.
Yeah. Peace.